Hello. Hello everyone. Wait. Should I fight partnership? Okay. Hello, hi. Wait ah. Wait, is it already started? Wait, let me see. Hello? Okay. So I think okay, it's quite cool. Okay. So let's me start this live. Let's record this live. 2, 1. Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Afika. I'm the owner of a sole proprietorship named Dak Pqah Signature. So tonight is like 3rd of October 2035. I want me to put, maybe you can put a text here. Maybe about, yeah, maybe put a text. We can write it down as the date, 3rd October. Okay, alright. Okay, there you go. So, everyone, my name is Rafika Masullah. I'm the owner of a sole proprietorship named Dak Pqah Signature. So today I will be doing a TikTok live, and then I will be sharing about my journey on how I'm going to create my product. So basically I would like to create 5 products: 2D animation, 2.5D animation, 3D animation, game development, and web app. So I think all of these are related with each other. As for my background, I do have a background. I graduated in Bachelor of Engineering and Electronics and Computer Engineering, but I do take some of the computer science subject, where in my final year degree I took the, how do I say, hi, selamat datang, hi, selamat datang. So I took the course, the computer graphic course, in my final year project. So I think that helps me a lot in understanding all of the things that I want to do within my capacity, within myself. So right now I'm doing a self-study. So like, if you guys if you guys have anything that you want to share with me, or we can have a very good discussion in this live, so you may join the conversation on below. Okay, so let's get started. So let me see here. So let's start with, so just a disclaimer here, this is like an educational, it's actually more on how I self-study on to create my product. So it is more on how I create my own product, and it is more on how I cope to create the digital product by just being solely produce and understanding it. So let me start. So yesterday I started with the Synfig Studio software. So this time around I will be learning GODOT. Maybe I can put another text here. Wait, text, add learning GODOT. Learning GODOT. Software is a software. Hi, welcome. The source. Okay, GODOT software. Right. Okay. There you go. I'm going to go to software. Guys, you can have like, you may share this with other people. So let's get started. Hi, welcome to the live. Is it a stream? Yeah, welcome to the stream. My name is Afika. So here I am the owner of a sole proprietorship named Dak Pqah Signature, and this is like my laptop here, the Asus ROG Straight G16 processor, 13th generation of Intel i9, 16 gig RAM and 8 gig of graphic card. The graphic card is actually 4070 if I'm not mistaken. Wait, let me see it. It should start it here. I believe it is a 4070. Wait, hi, welcome. Hi, welcome. Wait, this is 4070. 4070, yes, RTX 4070. RTX 4070. Okay, wait. Hi, welcome. Wait, 4070. RTX 4070. Line. Alright. So there we go. So it's a lot of introduction here. So let's start with this live with a lot of hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So this is like actually a very educational live. More like self-study. Okay, so let me see. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do this. All right. So let's start with Umar kita Al-Fatihah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Okay, let's do this. So let us start with learning GODOT. Okay. So what is a GODOT? How to show the mouse pointer? I don't know. Never mind. Can you see my mouse here? I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, let me show you my screen. So this series is introduced not given for recommendation and resulted in search result. Contain unoriginal or reproduced content is limited. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay. So for introduction, this series will introduce you to GODOT and give you an overview of its feature. In the following page, you will get answers to questions such as is GODOT for me, or what can I do? GODOT will then introduce the engine mode such as the concept, run you through the editor's interface and give you tips to make the most of your time learning it. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Right. Introduction to GODOT. That's it. Okay, this article here to help you figure out whether GODOT might be a good fit for you. We will introduce some broad features of the engine to give you a feel what you can achieve with it and answer questions such as what do I need to know to get started. Okay, alright, this is by no means an exhaustive review. We will introduce many features getting started series. What is GODOT? GODOT is a general purpose 2D and 3D game engine designed to support all sorts of projects. You can use it to create game or hi, welcome to create games or applications you can release on desktop or mobile as well as on the web. Right, okay. You can also create console game with it, although you either need strong programming skill or level premium. Can provide an open source console export utilized anytime because regardless of releasing game on console is a long word. What can the engine do? So this is like so cool. If I can learn this is like the coolest thing ever. GODOT was initially developed in-house by an Argentinian game studio. Its development started in 2001 and the engine was rewritten and improved tremendously since its open source release in 2014. Okay, I see. Some examples of games created with GODOT include cassette-based game Sagishima. Sagishima is for application open source pixel drawing program. Pixelorama? And so is a showcase. Okay. All of these are made with GODOT. Okay. Alright, this is new to me. As for application, the open source pixel art drawing program Pixelorama? Wow. This is so cool. Pixelorama. Pixelorama by Orama Interactive. Is it free though? Okay, that's new to me. Okay, I mean, you just read it. What's the RPG creator in the box? Okay, this is so cool. Wow, can you imagine this is created in using GODOT? Like this is way like wow. How does it work and look? GODOT comes with a full-fledged game editor with integrated tool to access the most commonly include a code editor, animation editor, title editor, shader editor, a debugger, profiler, and more. Okay. The team strives to offer a feature-rich game editor with a consistent user experience. While there is always room for improvement, the user interface keep getting refined. Of course, if you prefer, you can work with standard program. We officially support importing 3D scene design in Blender. Yes. Then plug in to code in Visual Code and Emacs for GDScript and C#. We also support Visual Studio for C# and Windows. Sure, I almost want to start saying this, but okay. Programming language. Let's talk about development programming language. We can code your game with GDScript, GODOT specific typing language with a lightweight syntax, or C#. I think I want to go with C#. These are the terms with the GDS technology. You can also write gameplay or hyperform algorithm in C++ or other language without recompiling the engine. For instance, to integrate the third-party or other software SDK in the engine. Of course, you can also directly add more tools and features to the engine as it's complete for free and open source. What do I need to know to use GODOT? GODOT is a feature-packed game engine with thousands of features. There's a lot to learn. To make the most of it, you need good programming foundation. Yes, while we try to make engines, you will benefit a lot from knowing how to think like a programmer first. GODOT relies on the object-oriented programming paradigm. Being comfortable with concepts such as classes and objects will help you code efficiently in it. Okay, so guys, you have any question here? Topic gonna be changed, yeah. Really? Topic can be changed? Oh man. Right, alright. Okay. Hi, welcome to live. Alright, in CS50 you will learn multiple programming language. Don't be afraid of that. Programming language have many similarities. Skills you learn with one language transfer well to others. Okay, sure. Welcome. In the next part you will get an overview of the engine and session concept. Okay, sure. Session concept. Huh. Wait, what? Directly? Okay. Maybe start with the GD script first. Okay. Okay. GD script app. In GODOT, you can write code with the GD script or C# programming language. Okay. Alright. Next, can we go here? If you are new to programming, we recommend starting with GD script because we designed it to be simpler than all-purpose language like C#. It will be both faster and easy to learn. Okay, sure. While GD script is... Hi, welcome. Selamat datang bang. Selamat datang. Hi. Well, saya ada like thank you very much. If you are new to programming, we recommend starting with GD script because we designed it to be simpler than all-purpose language like C#. Okay, well, GD script is a language specific to GODOT. The technique you will learn with it will apply to other programming language. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for liking my live. You are the best. Thank you very much. Note that it is completely normal for a programmer to learn and use multiple languages. Sure, I use a lot of language. Programming languages have far more similarities than differences, so once you know one, you can learn another much faster. Learn in your browser with GD script app. To learn GD script, you can use the app Learn GD script from zero. It is a complete beginner course. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing my live. Like, tap screen. Okay. Click here to access the app. Choose the GD screen, whatever. Oh, okay. There's a new web page here. Okay, sure. This is an open source project to report repository in Lazima. You can review engine essential concept. So far, guys, what do you think? So far. So, overview of GODOT's key concept. Every game engine revolves around abstraction you use to be your application. In GODOT, a game is a tree of nodes. A game. First time dengan saya, as for me, when I watch a lot of TikTok, like a lot of like self-made game producer, they use GODOT along with Blender software, so that's why I like to learn this software. So actually kalau dekat TikTok, biasanya orang yang buat game ni, saya tengok dia banyak guna GODOT ni. Dia gabung dengan Blender sebab dia boleh integrate dua-dua ni. Biasanya kita dengar Unreal Engine dengan bergeser tu Unity kan. Tapi GODOT ni open source. Dia kelebihan dia open source. Itulah. Every game engine revolves around abstraction you use to build your application in GODOT. A game is a tree of nodes. Okay. That you group together into a scene. Okay. You can then wire these nodes so they can communicate using signals. Okay. There's a term for that. It's the first time I learned about this. These are the 4 concepts you will learn here. We're going to look at them briefly to give you a sense of how the engine works in getting the series. Semoga terus semangat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You. Oh my God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hi. Hi Fazrul. Hi. Hi Fazrul. So today I'm just sharing on how I learn, like self-study on how to create gaming by myself. So like if one day you would like to join my live, you can just join me, okay? Alright. These are the 4 concepts you will learn here. We are going to look at them briefly to give you a sense of how the engine works. In the getting started series, you will get used to them in practice. Okay. Scenes. In GODOT, you break down your game in reusable scene. A scene can be a character, a weapon, a menu. You break down your game in reusable scene. Alright. A scene can be a character, weapon, a menu in the user's event, a single house, an entire level, or anything you can think of. GODOT scenes are flexible. They fill the role of both prefabs and scene in some other game engines. Okay. So here is the scene. Right. Break down your game in reusable scene. Yeah, sure. I will use a reusable. This is much better. You can also nest scene. For example, you can put your character in a level and drag and drop a scene as a child of it. Okay. You can put your character in a level, drag and drop a scene as a child of it. Okay, sure. Notes. A scene is composed one or more notes. Okay, so this one, scene, right? Level, player, hook. And then beneath the player, there is like another thing called notes. So notes are your game's smallest building block that you arrange into trees. Here is an example of character notes. It is made of character body, 2D note, name player, a camera. Okay, character body. I think it's an object, right? I think it's an object declaration, I guess. Function is not. I think is it a function or object? Let me go one by one, I guess. All right. And then we have camera 2D, sprite 2D, and a collision shape 2D. Okay. The nodes can names anyways 2D because this is a 2D scene. There are 3 counterpart have named the M 3D view where the spatial node are now called not 3D, starting with GODOT. GODOT 4. Notice how nodes and scene looks the same in the editor. When you save a tree of node as a scene, notice how node and scene look the same in the editor. Okay. When you save tree of node as a scene, it then shows as a single node with its incident structure hidden in the editor. GODOT provide an accessory library of base node tree types. You can combine and extend to build more powerful one, 2D, 3D, or user interface. You will do most things with these nodes. Sure. The scene tree. All your game scene come together in the scene tree. Literally, okay. All your game scene come together in the scene tree. Okay, scene tree. Okay. Literally tree of scene. As scenes are tree of nodes, the scene tree also is a tree of nodes, but it's easier to think of your game in terms of scene as they can represent a character, weapon, doors, or your user interface. Signals. Nodes emit signal when some event occurs. This feature allows you to make nodes communicate without hardware rhythm in code and give you a lot of flexibility in how you structure your scene. Okay. Signals are GODOT version of the observer pattern. You can read more about it here. GODOT version of observer pattern. Observer. Okay. Observer. So I think. Okay. Summary notes: since entry and signal focus and encoder that you will manipulate all the time. Nodes are your game's smallest building blocks. Combine it to create scene that you then combine it next to scene tree. You can use signal to make nodes react to event. After this short breakdown, you probably have many. Bear with us as you get many answers throughout the Getting Started series. Wow. Okay, now let's get started. So this is the front, right? Whoa, this is so cool. Yes, this is so cool. This is very, very cool. Okay. 45 minutes. 1 hour 6. Okay. Okay, alright. "45 minutes." Okay. 3. Maybe you can like play music. I think so. We have music here, sound effect. This is a sound effect, but it's not music, right? Web review. Wow. Okay. Okay, everyone. Wait, maybe we can like maybe we can just open a song first. I think like quite golden first. Wait, two. Golden. Okay, another video. Just okay. Now let's go to the documentation. So first look at interface, GODOT interface. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, so we have the software here, but we can just learn one by one. First look at GODOT interface. This page will give you a brief overview of GODOT interface. We're going to look at different main screen and docs to help you situate yourself. The project manager. When you launch GODOT, the first window you see is the project manager. In the default tab projects, you can manage existing projects, import or create new ones, and more. So this is the front GUI. You launch GODOT, the first window you see is project manager. Yes, I see this one. You can manage zero, import or create new one. As for me, I just create new one. And at the top of the window, oh yeah, asset library. Okay, there's another tab named asset library. The first time you go to this tab, you see a go online button. For privacy, GODOT manager does not access the internet by default. To change this, click the go online button. You can change this option later in the setting. Once your network is set to online, you can search for demo project in the open source asset library, which include many projects developed by community. That's good. It's good. The project manager setting can be opened using the setting menu. Okay, sure. Project manager setting can be opened using the setting menu. Okay, from the setting menu, sure. From here, you can change editor's language, interface them, display scale, network mode, and also the directory naming convention. Okay. First look at GODOT's editor. You open a new or an existing project interface. Let's look in a minute. Yeah, when I open the GODOT, I will see something like this. I see something like this. So this is like the front page. Like when you see this one, this is the thing that you will see when you open GODOT. Okay. I don't have flare yet. Okay. That's weird. I cannot claim my flare. That's weird. Hi, welcome. Okay. Alright. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's learn. Yeah, let's learn. Okay, let's learn. First look at GODOT's editor. When you open a new or an existing project, the editor's interface appears. Let's look at its main area. By default, along the Windows top edge, it features main menu on the left. Yeah, on the left is the main menu, right? Okay. The workspace switching button in the center. When the switch active workspace is highlighted. Okay, okay, and play test button and play test button, okay, and the movie maker mode toggle on the right. Okay, just below the workspace button, the workspace button, okay, the open scene as tab are seen. The plus button right next to the tab will add new scene to the project with the button on the far right. Distraction free mode can be toggled, which maximize or restores the viewport size by hiding dots in the interface. Okay. In the center, below the scene selected is the viewport with its toolbar. At the top, where you'll find different tools to move, scale, or lock the scene nodes. Currently, the tree is active. Okay. This toolbar changes based on the context and selected node. Here is the 2D toolbar. Below is the 3D toolbar. Okay. On either side of the viewport sit the dots. Right. Right. Okay, wait. The file system dot list your project file, including script, image, audio samples, and more. The file system dot list your project, file system and more. Okay. Let's look at the docs. The file system dot list your project file, including script, image, audio samples, and more. The scene dot lists the active scene nodes. Don't list the active scene nodes. Okay, scene dot list the active scene node. The inspector allows you to edit properties of the selected nodes. Okay, sure. The bottom panel, situated below the viewport, is the host for debug console, animation editor, audio mixer, and more. They can take precious space, that's why they are folded by default. Click on one, it expands vertically below. You can see the menu is open. I see. The 5 main screen. These are 5 main screen buttons centered at the top of the editor. 2D, 3D script, game, and asset library. Okay. We use 2D screen for all type of game. In addition to 2D game, 2D screen is where you build your interface. Sure. I'm getting paid. I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I'm born to be. Okay. We use the screen for the in addition to the 2D screens where you'll be on interface. In the 3D screen, you can work with meshes like and design level for 3D game. Sure, this is like much cooler. The game screen is where your project will appear when running it from the editor. I see. You can go through your project to test it and pause it and adjust it in real time. Note that this is for testing how adjustment will work. Any changes made here are not saved when the game stops running. Okay. The script screen. Complete code editor with the debugger, which auto-complete built-in code reference. Okay. Finally, the asset library. It's a library for free. Open source. Add-ons, script, and asset to use in your projects. Okay. As for me, I would like to create my own asset library. So I think that is how a true artist will be creating their own product. So I think I believe in creating my own product. It does take time, but I believe that I can just start small and build something like far more reasonable and growing from each time to time. So I think that's really benefits me in the long run. To create class reference. Okay. GODOT come with a built-in class reference. You can search for information about a class, method, property, constant, or signal by any one of the following methods. Pressing F1 or Mac OS, it is search. Click search help button. Click on the help and search help. Click class name. Screen. When you do any of these, a Windows will pop up. Type to search for any item. You can also use it to browse available object and method. Okay. Double click. Oh yeah, it comes from the search help, and then type in, and then double click to open the corresponding page in the screen, and it will explain. Okay. Clicking while pressing. Okay, right clicking and choose opening condition. Okay, cool. Okay. Learning new features. GODOT is a feature-rich game engine. There's a lot to learn about it. This page explains how you can use the online manual, built-in code reference, and join online communities to learn new features and techniques. Make the most of this manual. Okay, what you are reading right now is the user manual. It documents each of engine's concept. Okay, and available features. When learning a new topic, you can start by browsing the corresponding section of this website. The left menu allows you to explore broad topics, while the search bar will help you find more specific pages. If a page exists for a given theme, it will often link to more related content. The manual has a companion class reference that explains each GODOT class, available function, and properties when programming. Okay, the manual has a companion class reference that explains each GODOT class available function and properties when programming. Okay, while the manual covers general features concerning how to use editor, the reference is all about using GODOT scripting API, application programming interface. Sure. Concept. The difference is all about using GODOT scripting API. Wow. API. You can access it both online and offline. We recommend browsing the reference offline. From within the GODOT editor, help search or press F1. Browsing online. Class reference. Class reference page tells you where the class exists in the inheritance hierarchy. You can click the top link to jump to parent class and see the properties and method the type inherits. Okay. Hierarchy and see what method type. Summary of class role and use case. Definition of class property method. Constant. Link to a manual page for further detailing in class. Learning to think like a programmer. Teaching programming foundation and how to think like a game developer is beyond the scope of GODOT's documentation. Teaching programming foundation and how to think like a game developer is beyond the scope of GODOT documentation. If you are new to programming, I recommend 2 excellent free resources to get you started. Okay. Harvard University offers a free courseware to learn to program, CS50. It will teach you programming fundamentals, how code works, and how to think like a programmer. These skills are essential to become a game developer and learn any game engine efficiently. You can see this course as an investment that will save you time and trouble when you learn to create games. Okay. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Alright. Okay. Okay. If you prefer book, check out the wait, Harvard. Let me see. Harvard. I thought that Harvard is like they have a free courses on the AI and machine learning, right? So if you want to talk about CS50, isn't it about computer science? Okay, this takes too long. Guys, if you have any question, you may drop down comment below, and then we can just see what we can do with it. Okay, learning with community. Okay, prefer book, check a free book. Automate the boring stuff with Python by Swigert. Okay. Alright. Watch lecture, watch section, watch short, submit problem set. Cost for your project. Oh, okay. Oh, this is certified? Wait, what? Is this a certified? How to take this course? Even if you are not a student, you could take this course for free via the open course, whereby working your way through the course 11 week of material for each week. Follow this flow. Watch lecture, watch section, watch short, submit problem set. So it's like a very core curriculum. Wow, this is so cool. But like, yeah, I need to create like final project, right? And then we have the certificate. I see. So like, are we credited? I don't know, maybe. But it's not me to, I don't know. So like, if I get this free, will I get like a certified, like transfer credit? Maybe. What is this for? Submitting? Doesn't let anyone can attend. Wow. Take care. The camera on. Wow. Wow, this is so cool. This is very cool. So right now is 10 October. So let's see if I watch this. Okay, whatever, it's really alive. It's really alive. Okay, this is new to me. Wow. What is this for? Okay, now is this one. But can you imagine that it has a life? Wow. I don't know that. So this is free, right? But I need to do a project, right? Then submit the course final project. Final project. Java. Oh my god. Okay. Submit all the step. GitHub. Country. Okay. How about the certificate? Wow, if you submit and receive a score at least 70% on this course, lab as well as the primary, you will go free. Below for verified and register. Wow. From Cambridge, the year 2024. Wow, this is great. This is great. This is a great approach for someone who wants to have their certified accreditation, a professional certificate, verified certificate, transfer credit, and accreditation. I think this is a very, very good. You guys, like, if I were to be doing this, Maybe. Or just maybe. Wait, what is AI? Ah, prompt engineering. I see. That's great. Harvard. This is so cool, guys. Instead of you jump into doing degree, why not you just started with this like free verified certificate? I think this is a very much good learning curve. Like, I think this works well with me if I were a student before. Like, I think that's all for me. Okay, this is so new to me. Like, wow, why I've not known this before. Okay, never mind. Let's look at this community. GODOT has a growing community of users. If you're stuck on a problem and need help to better understand how to achieve something, you can ask the other users for help on one of the many active communities. Okay, the best place to ask questions and find out the answer one is the official GODOT forum. This response show up in search engine result and get saved. Along the use the benefit of discussion. You have a question, you can share it on link of other platform. Asking question well and providing detail will help others answer you faster and better. When asking question, we recommend including following information. Describe your goal. Sure. So you're trying to achieve design Y. If you are having trouble with my solution, easy solution and corruption single. An error involved, share the exact error message. Yeah, exactly. You need to show the error message. Copy the exact error message in the editor's debugger bottom panel by clicking the copy error icon. Okay. So there is a code involved. Share a code sample. Okay, just so you can copy paste short snippet chatbot. Use the website like paste share along file. Okay. Share a screenshot. Sure. Scene doc with your written code. You go with fake notes. The result you think of those scenes is part of your source code. Please don't take picture with your phone. The low quality screen reflection can make it hard to understand email. Your operating system should have a built-in tool to check screenshots. Sure. Sharing video if you're running game can also be really useful to troubleshoot your game. Okay, you can use the service like Streamable, cloud provider. Using stable with your GODOT mention you're using. Okay. This manual aims to provide comprehensive reference to GODOT features aside from 2D and 3D getting started. It does not contain tutorial into a specific game genre. If you're looking for a tutorial about creating a role-playing game, platform or other, please see tutorials. Okay, sure. GODOT design philosophy. Okay, object-oriented design. Okay, definitely object-oriented design. Sure, it's definitely an object-oriented design. Wait, let me take a break. Wow, I think the aircon is quite. The air conditioner is quite noisy, right? Okay. Okay, so okay, let's do this. Let's go to the philosophy, the fundamentals. The philosophy. GODOT's design philosophy. This is just like philosophy. Now that you've gotten your feet wet, let's talk about GODOT design. Feet wet? What do you mean? My feet is good. I don't feel wet. Whatever. Every game engine is different and fits different needs. Yeah, not only do they offer a range of features, but the design of each is unique. This leads to different workflow and different ways to form your game structure. This all stem from their respective design philosophies. This page is here to help you understand how GODOT was starting with some of its core pillars. It is not a list of available features, nor is it an engine comparison. To know if an engine can be a good fit for your project, you need to try it for yourself and understand its design and limitation. Please watch GODOT explain in 7 minutes if you're looking for an overview of any new features. Okay, sure. Sure. Okay. Another 4 minutes and I think I create my record today. GODOT embrace object-oriented design and composition. Wait, can we take a break? Yeah. We can take a break. Okay, alright. So another 3 minutes and we'll be ending this live. So here we go for another 3 minutes. Wait, I think I need to set on this thing. Right. Wait a minute, I think I want to take this thing. Sure. So object-oriented design and composition. Okay, so GODOT embraces object-oriented design at its core with its flexible scene system and node hierarchy. It tries to stay away from strict programming pattern to offer an intuitive way to structure your game. For one, GODOT lets you compose or aggregate scene. Okay, compose, aggregate. Okay, that's new to me. It's like a nested prefab. You can create a blinking lights scene and a broken lantern scene that use blinking light. Okay, sure, it's like you are reusing another one, right? So I think I understand the concept a little bit. So blinking light scene and broken lantern, and then broken lantern is using blinking light scene. Okay, then create a city filled with broken lantern. Okay, change the blinking lights color, save, and all the blinking lantern in the city will update instantly. I see. So blinking light scene is like the reference, right? And then when you change blinking light, all of the broken light lantern will be affected. Okay, on top of that, you can inherit from any scene. Okay, sure, that's cool. A GODOT scene could be a weapon, a character, an item, a door, a level, part of level, anything you like. It works like a class in pure code, except you're free to design it by using editor, using only the code, or mixing and matching the two. It's different from prefab you find in several 3D engines, as you can then inherit from and extend those scene. You may create a magician that extend your character, modify the character in the editor, and the magician is different from prefab you find in several 3D engines, and you can then inherit from and extend those scene. You may create a magician, design your character, modify the character in the editor, and magician will update as well. Modify the character in the editor, and the magician will update as well. It helps you build your project so that there's a match the game design. Character, okay, wait, move jump, wizard, cast focus, wait, move jump, slash rush, warrior, slash rush, wait, move jump. Yeah, because it is inheritance, right? Okay. Also note that GODOT offers many different types of object called nodes. What? We understand. Okay, whatever. Alright. Also note that GODOT offers many different types of object called nodes, each with a specific purpose. Nodes are part of a tree and always inherit from their parents up to the node class, although the engine does feature some nodes like collision shapes that a parent physics body will use. Most nodes work independently from one another. In other words, GODOT's nodes do not work like components in some other game engine. Okay. Alright. Wait, wait. Okay, sprite 2D is a node 2D, a canvas item, and a node. It has all properties and features of its three parent classes like transform, or the ability to draw, custom shape, and render with a custom shader, all-inclusive package. GODOT tries to provide its own tool to answer most common needs. It has dedicated scripting workplace, yes, animation editor, tile map editor, shader editor, debugger, profiler, the ability to hot reload locally and on remote device, etc. Yeah, sure, that's good. The goal is to offer a full package to create games and a continuous user experience. You can still work with external program as long as there is an import plugin available in GODOT for it. That is also partly why GODOT offers its own programming language, JavaScript, along with C#. Okay. Script is designed for the needs of game developers and game designers, and is tightly integrated in the engine and the editor. JavaScript lets you write code using an indentation-based syntax, yet it detects types and offers a static language quality of auto-completion. It is also optimal for gameplay code with built-in types like vectors and colors. Note that with GDX, that you can write hypermode code using compiled language like C, C++, Rust, DHAX, or Swift without recompiling the engine. Note that ReadyWorkspace doesn't feature as many tools as Studio Express. You'll need external program or add-ons to edit terrain, animate complex characters, and so on. GODOT provides a complete API to extend the editor's functionality using game code. Okay. In the GODOT game below. Okay. Almost there. Open source GODOT offers a fully open source code base under MIT license. It's made the code base free for anyone to download, use, modify, share, as long as the license file is kept intact. All technology that shipped with GODOT, including third-party, must be legally compatible with this open source. Therefore, most parts of GODOT are developed from the ground up by community contributors. Anyone can plug in properties, tools for the need of your project. They just won't ship with the engine. This may include Google AdMob, FMOD, and this can come as third-party plugin instead. On the other hand, an open code base means you can learn from and extend the engine to your heart content. You can also debug game easily, as GODOT will print errors. Sure. Community driven, yes, GODOT is a big community. And for all game creators out there, is the needs of the users and open discussion that drive the core updates. New features from the core developers often focus on what will benefit the most user first. As said, although a handful of core developers work on it full-time, the project has thousands of contributors at the time of writing. Benevolent programmers work on features they may need themselves, so you'll see improvement in all corners of engine at the same time in every major release. The GODOT is a GODOT game. The GODOT editor runs on a game engine. It uses the engine on UI system. It can hot reload code and see when you test your project or run code in the editor. This means you can use the same code and scene for your game or build plugin and extend the editor. This leads to a reliable and flexible UI system as it powers the editor itself. With the tool and annotation, you can run any game code in the editor. Okay. Put the tool annotation at the top of any GD script and will run in the editor. It lets you import and export plugin, create script with the same node API. Spread 2D and 3D of dedicated 3D. As a result, the best thing for 3D is pixels. Even though the engine is supported, you can render 2D in 3D, 3D in 2D, and overlay to the sprite. Okay. So I think that is all for today, and then the next time I will be live, I will be explaining about a step by step to understand the GODOT, the scripting language. So I think it's all about scripting. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much. So have a nice day, have a nice night. Good night. It's now 11:36 p.m. in Malaysia. So thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.